But there was a reason why you say you didn't want the bank to have anything to do with your mortgage. What made you decide that you didn't want the bank to have anything to do with it?
Because if you understand a mortgage, which is usually people get comfortable with this 30-year idea, like even when we were going to get the mortgage for this home, the goal was to pay it off in 5 years or less. That was always the plan. Plans, because if you can't work for some reason or you get laid off 6 months or less, you can't pay. Like everyone knows what a foreclosure is. Like to think it can't happen to them. I grew up in 2008. I saw my pop's house get foreclosed on. I understood as this was one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. First one to get up, last person to go to sleep. And if you get laid off or your income goes away, you think that you own this home. So I always recommend people at least own their home, even with a mortgage over rent. Because rent, 60 days in Philly, 90 days, you could be paying for it for 10 years. You don't own it. You're paying someone else's mortgage. If you have a mortgage, there's some more optionality if that does occur. But if you don't have a mortgage and you own your home outright, you could have 6-7 months where you lost a job, especially if you make sure you prioritize is that they cannot take the home that you live in. But if you own your home, you have leverage. And that is where you can be like, hey, maybe I don't want to take this job. I want to wait a little bit longer and take one that's more aligned. I want to spend a few months and build my own business. I want to be here with my grandkids or my young kids, or someone gets sick and I don't have to be in a chokehold to this position. That is what it's about, building some form of sovereignty, building some form of true independence where you have choices and you're not now having this albatross around your neck of, I gotta pay my mortgage